Hi you guys. Thank you for my subscribers for coming back to watch this video, and for a lot of you who are new, welcome to my channel. So some of you have asked me to do a video on the Lush Mother's Day 2024 products, and so that's what I'm going to do today. Just an FYI though, there are about 3 or 4 bath bombs that I haven't received yet from my order, and it said that they were going to be here a couple days ago, but they haven't gotten here yet. So you know, I'll try to do the best I can with what I have here, but I have pretty much all the other things. So let's see, I'm going to save these for last. So Avocuddle, it's very wonderfully citrusy, like a lime, and it's shaped like an avocado, so it's really cute. And this is a bubble bar, so you just turn the water on and then let the water fall on this, and the rest of the water goes into the tub and makes bubbles down below. I think that this is enough for 1 or maybe even 2 baths if you wanted to cut it. For demo purposes, if I make a demo video of this in the tub, I probably use the whole thing because that's what I do. So this has lemongrass and bergamot oil, and it's just very very citrusy. So I love the scent and I can't wait to use it. I'm assuming it's going to make this lovely spring green colored water in the tub. So that's Avocuddle. Okay, I forgot to tell you all, I forgot this, and so I had to kind of shove this in right here after I put away my camera and everything. But also for Mother's Day is Snuggles shower gel, and let's see, cocoa butter and ylang-ylang oil, and it's the same scent as the Lush buttrrball scent. Lush has made a few things with the buttrrball scent, including the first one, buttrrball bath bomb that they sell in all the stores. It's the smaller one that's kind of a pale color, and it's very moisturizing. Buttrrball is one of my top 5 scents that Lush has ever made ever. so I like it a lot. This is a nice, fairly thick shower gel for Mother's Day 2024 limited edition, and it's white, and it's got chunks of cocoa butter in it. It says, take a trip to Snuggletown with this comforting embrace of moisturizing cocoa butter. Wrap yourself up in creamy lathers and feel the love. So it's got a ylang-ylang oil from Ghana. Yeah, it shares its scent with our best-selling buttrrball bath bomb. And I don't know if you can see, there's little chunks of cocoa butter in this shower gel. They're tiny, right? And they're very moisturizing. And I just love literally everything about this. It smells like chocolate to me, like milk chocolate or something like that. It's moisturizing, and it's fairly thick. It feels nice, and that's why I would rate Snuggles shower gel a 5 out of 5 rating. And then you guys know I love the oh, look at the flower. You guys know I love the sticky dates scent, and on the last video I made, I did a video on 4 or 5 different Lush sticky dates products. And in that video I mentioned the soap is coming for Mother's Day. So this is the Sticky Dates soap, and it's got gold on the top of it and a flower, and then the back of it looks like regular. And it's got that sticky toffee pudding. I don't know if you guys have tried, if you were in England, they make sticky toffee pudding, and it's absolutely one of the best things I've ever tasted, and it smells just like this. So, and sticky toffee pudding is made with dates. It just smells like something you would eat, some kind of caramely dessert, sort of caramely brown sugar kind of scent. It's not real sweet. It is a little sweet, so it's not overpowering. It just smells literally like sticky toffee pudding to me. So it seems rather moisturizing just holding it. And I can't wait to wash with this because I love, of course, the scent, but I want to see what that soap is like. So that's Sticky Dates soap. And then next we have this bubble bar. It smells so good. This one is called Wash and Grow, and it's a bubble bar again, so you hold it so the water falls on it in the tub, and then down below it makes bubbles, and I bet it makes a lovely kind of grass green color of water. This one smells more sort of earthy and green. It's also got spirulina in it, so it's sort of woody and green smelling to me anyway. It's not sweet at all. It smells like something, like some kind of, plant or something. I like it. It's a real natural kind of a scent. So that's Wash and Grow. It looks like a little watering can that you water your flowers with. All right, and then this is a Lush melt for Mother's Day. And now the new Lush melts, for those of you who don't know, they can be used in the bath as a bath melt. Or you can melt them in a wax burner or wax tart warmer. And it's a formula that Lush made that you can do both with. It tells you how to use it in a warmer on the label. And it's cut in, I don't know if you can tell it, it's like made in sections. So it's got squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. And you just break a square off and put it in your wax warmer or your tart warmer, or if you're taking a bath with it, you break a piece off and put it in your bath water, and it melts, and it smells of this fragrance, and it doesn't color the water too much, but it's very moisturizing, and you can use however much you want in a bath. I usually use 2 because the tub is pretty big, and so I use 2. So this is called Peach Blossom, and this one is made with Davana oil and jasmine. So initially I thought it might be similar to the scent of the peach, passion fruit and peach products, like here in my photo. But it's different because this is more floral and less fruity. It's got fruitiness from the Davana oil, but the jasmine is floral. So I can definitely smell the jasmine and the Davana oil in equal parts. So, and it's such a pretty peach color. So that's Peach Blossom Bath Melt. And then, now, these got a little roughed up from the post office. And so there are 3 bath bombs that are similar looking, except they have different colors and different scents and different ingredients. So the blue one is called Blooming Beautiful Chamomile. And so its main scent is chamomile. Got chamomile and lemon. It's not a very strong scent, and of course it makes the bath water blue, and it's got a flower up here. I remember a couple of Mother's Days ago, Lush also made 3 bath bombs that had flowers on there made out of different things. They were really cool. So that one's chamomile. And the pink one is orange blossom, and it's a little bit stronger scent than the chamomile. So this one is called Blooming Beautiful Orange Flower. The next one is yellow, and it's called Blooming Beautiful Marigold. And this one has bergamot and grapefruit. Yeah. And this does smell citrusy. So this one smells nice and sort of uplifting, and it's about as strong as this one. So those are the bombs, bath bombs. And then, okay, so then now I'm going to show you the Yummy Custard body wash. Oh my goodness. So that's what it looks like. It's a very thick body wash. It doesn't have any kind of scrubbies in it because it's not a body scrub. It's just a body wash. So let's see, I'll read. It says, our secret recipe for soft skin, made with soothing vanilla infused oat milk. And then it's got aloe vera gel and vanilla pod powder. It says, just scoop out a handful and slather all over your body, massage it in, and then wash it off. It says, we make fresh oat milk and steep vanilla pods in it for 20 minutes before adding it to the mix. And it says that's why it's speckled with tiny black vanilla seeds. So you can see those tiny specks in there, and those are vanilla pod seeds. And it just smells like something, again, like something that you would eat, sort of like a bakery kind of creamy sweet vanilla goodness. It's not overly sweet. It's nice. It feels absolutely wonderful. I love it because, as you guys know, I have really dry skin because I live in the desert. And so anything that's moisturizing to the skin, I usually love. And so that's the Yummy Custard. I would rate this probably a 4 or 5 out of 5 rating. So also I would rate the soap a 5 out of 5 rating. I like the scent. I like the moisturizing properties of this. So that's why. The Peach Blossom, I would rate a 3 out of 5 rating. The Jasmine is quite strong, and it's like not the good part, the good kind of jasmine, if that even makes sense. So I love the color. The scent isn't my favorite. That's why it's 3 to 4 out of 5 rating. Sorry. This one, I like the smell of quite a bit. And just of the scent, I would probably rate this anywhere from a 3 to a 4 rating. I like the scent a lot. It's natural. It's green. It's deep. It's somewhat woody. I like it a lot. And then this bubble bar, I really like this one. I love everything about it. The smell, the look, you know. So I would probably rate this probably between a 4 and a 4.5 out of 5 rating. Okay. So, and then these, I haven't used them yet, but I haven't used any of these yet, really. But as far as the The scents, I think I like the yellow one the best. It smells more fresh to me. Even though I like orange oil and orange flower, this smells somewhat soapy to me. And this one, I literally can't even smell anything. So I don't know how I would rate these two, but I would rate this possibly a 4 out of 5 rating. So this next one is called The Old Songs Are Waking. And this one is a sugar scrub, a body scrub made with sugar. And it says a sweet, fruity, and buttery sugar scrub with added babaçu oil from a woman's cooperative in Brazil. And the ingredients are babaçu oil, extra virgin coconut oil, vanilla, tonka absolute, bergamot, and frankincense. And wait till you see this. First of all, it says a smoothing sugar scrub that calls for you to sing while you bathe or shower with moisturizing babaçu oil and shredded cocoa butter. It says to scoop a handful of this luxurious buttery scrub and buff all over. Then rinse and pat dry. Now, babaçu oil, it says, is an oil that's produced from wild harvested fruits hand collected in the Brazilian Amazon. I really like this. It's absolutely fruity, but in a different kind of way. I guess that's because there's different fruits, in Brazil than there are here in the States. So I'm not familiar with how that fruit smells, but if this is any indication, it's really nice. It's not citrusy fruit. It's more like tropical fruit kind of smelling. It's not too sweet. It's a little tiny bit sweet, just enough sweet. It's not like really, really strong, but it's not so weak that you can't smell it. It's actually pretty nice. And of course, the color is absolutely gorgeous. It actually has 2 shades. It has a kind of a turquoise blue-green, and then it's got kind of a blue-purple. And then, of course, the gold on the top. But I don't know if you can tell, it's got this sort of, the blue part has this sort of shimmeriness to it. And so it's a sugar scrub. It's a fine sugar scrub, so it's not too scratchy. And it's nice. It's not too moist, and it's not too dry. It kind of has the consistency of like maybe a clay, maybe a little bit looser than a typical kind of clay, but yeah. Wow on the smell. Wow. It almost seems like it has a tiny bit of mint way in the background there, but I don't think it has any mint. I think that's just in my head, because this has, like I say, bergamot, frankincense, vanilla, tonka, and babaçu oil. So yeah, I would rate this, I did use a tiny little bit on my arm yesterday. I would rate this 4.5 to 5 out of 5 rating. That's just me. I like the scent. It's so beautiful. The scent is different. It's fruity, but different fruity. It's a gorgeous color. It's not too scratchy. The scent is just right, not too strong, not too weak. So that's why I like this a lot. And then next we have the Wild Violet Co-Mingle Body Scrub. It says, calling all wonderful mothers, this ylang-ylang and sweet violet infusion was made just for you. Take 5 and slather this co-mingle scrub all over for sweetly softened skin. A dreamy body scrub inspired by our colleagues at Lush Parent Company Community Network. Indulge in hydrating almond oil while tagua nut powder gently buffs the skin. So it's got very fine exfoliation in this body scrub. And it's got the very first ingredient is sweet violet infusion, tagua nut powder, almond oil, Brazilian nut oil, ground white rice, ylang-ylang flower infusion, shea butter, argan oil, rosewood oil, violet leaf absolute, ylang-ylang oil, jasmine absolute. So it's quite floral with the jasmine and the violet. And there are a couple other commingles that I've tried from Lush. The commingle that they sell on the website all the time, and then the tropical commingle that was available in one of the Lush subscription boxes, the yellow one, which I absolutely adore, the scent of that tropical fruit one. So this is wild violet. Ooh, a pretty purple color, right? Oh my gosh. And it's even more purple. The camera is not picking up, it's a little bit darker purple than it shows up here on the camera. So, oh my goodness. It's really nice and violety. If you like violet, you're gonna like this. Now, the tropical commingle that I got in this sub box was very firm. It was firm like this kind of consistency, almost like a clayish, clay kind of firm consistency. Whereas this one is very, very loose. As you can see, it's moving around. I can't tip it over or it would fall out. Whereas the other commingle, I could turn it upside down and it wouldn't fall out. The smell is absolutely amazing. It smells fresh. It's not too sweet. It is sweet, but not like overly sweet. And there's no guessing if there's violet in it. It really smells like it. It smells so good. It kind of reminds me, there's a few violet things that Lush has made that I really like. One of them is Curbside Violet perfume, the ultraviolet bubble bar and whatnot. Oh, it smells so good. So again, you would use this one in the shower. It says apply generously to damp skin using a circular motion and your preferred pressure, then rinse and reveal soft, sweet skin. And the tagua powder, this one has sugar for scrubbiness. This one has tagua nut powder for scrubbiness. And this is a very fine powder. So it's not scratchy at all. Not at all. So just take that into consideration. I mean, I think I would probably give this a 4.5 out of 5 rating. So that one seems pretty good to me. And let's see what else here. Okay, lastly is Elina perfume. So I wanted to buy the new perfume, but I didn't want to, pay for the whole liquid spray bottle cost. So I bought the solid one, and if I really liked it, I had all intents and purposes to buy the liquid one. And this is such a, I don't want to use the word controversial, but what am I looking at here? I think I'm looking at a giant hawk out of my window. Wow, that was wild. So that's not a usual thing that we see out here. Anyway, so I wouldn't say quite controversial, but people either really like this or they really don't. There's not any kind of in between or kind of like, there's none of that. There's either yes, oh my God, or oh my God, get it away from me kind of a thing. So the person who created this perfume's name is Elina, and her concept for this perfume was to sort of join the generations and what that joining of generations means to her. And so she created, this is how I take it anyway, she created layers in this perfume sort of 3 layers. In here it's described as spicy, juicy, vanilla scented suds. And that's because they're talking about the Elina wash card when they say suds. Bergamot, patchouli, clove, frankincense, jasmine, pink pepper oil, vetiver, orris oil, vanilla. Okay, so we've got sort of foodie kind of notes here with the vanilla, and we've got sort of resinous, lemony notes from the frankincense. We've got bergamot, and we've got floral, jasmine, and orris root, and then we've got pink pepper oil, which gives it a spiciness. And when I first smelled this, after reading the article on the Lush website, I absolutely smelled what she was going for, especially the layers of 3 different notes. I smelled those when I smelled it for the first time, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Now, orris root is one of my favorite things that Lush adds in products or perfumes. Tisty Tosty bath bomb, for instance, has orris root in it. Anything they add that to, I usually love. Initially, I smell a brightness. I smell a subtle, yummy, sweet quality. I smell sort of that resinous, lemony frankincense note. I don't smell the clove a whole lot. I mean, I kind of do, but it's not like, usually when Lush uses clove in a product, it's clove, you can tell that there's clove in it, whereas this is much more subtle with the clove. It's got jasmine, and the jasmine, I don't smell a whole lot, but I do smell it. So normally I really like jasmine quite a bit, but I noticed that there's two different jasmine scents that Lush makes in certain products. Some of the jasmine scents I absolutely hate, and some of the jasmine scents I absolutely love, like the Tender as the Night scent with jasmine in it. Oh my God, it's one of my favorite scents, seriously. But then there's other jasmine forward scents like Flying Fox or the Lust perfume, and it's like, oh God, just keep it away from me, seriously, I just hate it. So, but I definitely smell the layers. There's a woody layer, a foodie layer, well, a floral layer. And when I put it on my skin, to me, the solid perfumes are sometimes better than the spray version, in my opinion anyway. Not in all cases, but a lot of times, because there's no lot of alcohol or base, like there is in the spray perfume. Now, and I think this is what people don't like about Elina perfume. There's a subtle, somewhat bitter note in here. And it's, when I say subtle, I mean it's subtle, okay? But I'm not sure which ingredient is giving that somewhat bitter note on it. But I've read a lot of people on the reviews and stuff saying that they find it hideously bitter, but I don't, fortunately. Different noses pick out different notes in perfumes, so not one person, there's not going to be like 20 people in a room all smelling the same exact thing when they smell the same perfume, right? So I think what they're smelling is valid, is what I'm saying. And I think what I'm smelling is also valid. So I like it. The scent stays a good amount of time on my skin. I would say a couple of hours before I would have to reapply. Part of that is because my skin is so enormously dry and there's no moisture where I live in the desert. So it soaks up the perfume into my skin, and the scent of it kind of becomes less as the time goes by. So, but I like it. I like it because it has different layers to it. And I like pretty much every ingredient that they put in here for scent. I usually love, like orris root. I love that, you guys know. Frankincense, you guys know I love that. Vanilla, I always love that. Jasmine, it's 50-50 how I like that one. Patchouli, pink peppercorn, and clove are very spicy, strong notes, and I think that I can definitely smell the pink peppercorn. The patchouli is very light for me. I can barely smell any patchouli in here, and I can barely smell any clove in here. So your mileage may vary. So all in all, I would say I don't know, it's smelling, when I put it on this arm, it's smelling a little bit different than it did when I tried this and reviewed it the first time, okay? I smell more of the sort of slight bitterness, whereas when I used it before and wrote my review, I didn't smell that slight bitterness to it. So I gave it a 5 out of 5. So when I smell it inside the container, maybe like a 4.5 out of 5. I like it, okay? If you were to ask me, do you like it or not like it, I would say I like it. The last Lush perfume that I bought and tried, I believe they were the Valentine's ones. But there was the last perfume that came out like maybe a year or two ago called Shade. I like Shade more than I like Elina. Just the notes and I just like it. It's yummier, it's bolder, it's more grounded, etc. But this is nice, okay? And like I say, your mileage might vary. And a good way to do things as far as the Lush perfumes and fragrances is to buy the corresponding wash card that goes along with every fragrance that they put out, because the wash card is only $2 or something like that, or at least it used to be like $2, $3, and that one is more of a kind of a paper soap. Basically, it's a soap that looks like paper and feels like paper, and so it creates suds and you can wash with it like soap, and it's a much less costly way to see if you like new perfumes that Lush puts out, instead of buying, the $65 or $70 bottle of perfume, or even, the solid one. So there's a tip for you there. And so yeah, so those are the things that I have for Mother's Day. There are three or four products that I don't have here. There's Drop of Hope soap that I don't have here yet, and I've been wanting to get my hands on that for literal years, because there was the Drop of Hope soap that Lush was selling years ago as well, just on a limited edition basis that I never got to try. And And then there's like two or three bath bombs too that I'm waiting on. So as far as the ones that I have here, I think my favorite products, I'm going to tell you which ones are my favorite, okay? Unfortunately, I wouldn't say any of the bath bombs are my favorite. None of them fall into my favorites category, although my favorite of the three kinds are the yellow one, okay? So, but as far as products, this is not one of my favorite products. I would say this and this and this and these two. So these 5 are my favorite products in the bunch. These ones would be more in a 4.5 to 5 out of 5 rating category. And then next comes Elina, and then next in order comes this bubble bar, and then the other ones are kind of at the bottom, the bath bombs and the peach blossom, etc. So if I were to recommend, try it with the wash card first and see if you like it. So I like it. So, but I would suggest any of these products here. If you like violet, you'd love this. If you don't like violet, definitely don't buy this. The yummy custard, it's not like really strong scented, but it's kind of yummy, and it's silky and feels wonderful. This is great smelling, and I love everything about this. I love the Sticky Dates scent, so I'm naturally going to recommend that one. And then there's this one. So yeah, those are the things, not all the things, but a lot of the Mother's Day 2024 Lush products. And if you guys have any questions, let me know down below in the comments section, and I'll try to answer as soon as I can. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon on the next Lush video. Bye-bye.